Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today. Hey everybody, looking at SPY daily, weekly, and shorter term timeframes as we end the month, end the quarter. And we had a very bullish day, very quick recovery from the fears of Deutsche Bank yesterday. And we had a sell-off at the end of the day to keep us within this triangle pattern. You can see the upper wick rejection. So this range is going to get tighter and tighter. This downtrend line could be tightened up a little bit. I'll make sure and make that ideal for next week. But you get the basic idea. Higher lows, lower highs, getting very tight. And into next week, each day that goes by, the range is going to get tighter and tighter, and we're going to see a clear break, likely by, I would say, Wednesday, but at some point next week, I can be very confident saying that, and it will be clear with a close above that downtrend resistance line or a close below the support uptrend line that will give us an indication of short-term direction on where we head after that break. So we did get all the way up and break the high of the previous days up to 217.12. 217.53 is the lower high back here. And support, we're looking at the low of that dump day, 214.04 as we head into next week. The weekly time frame did close above that 10-week moving average resistance of 215.93. That's a good sign for the bulls turning that level into support. And we'll see if they can build some momentum to the upside now that all moving averages are back as support. And we'll keep an eye on this middle Bollinger Band as that's where the last dump bounced just above that level. So in yesterday's video, I was highlighting the hourly chart and the 200 period hourly support because after the dump, we held it, we dumped further down, held it again, held it the third candlestick, and we lost it right at the end of the day, but it was still a clear enough level that I needed to keep an eye on. And after hours, we lost it. I wasn't really concerned with after hours and pre-market. I am concerned with pre-market in about the 30 minutes leading up into the open. So we held it again, pre-market, saw some bullish upside, and I was also watching this level right here, the bounce attempt. We hit a high of 215.69. So I knew if we broke 215.69, it would be a higher high on the bounce, and it would show strength for the bulls. So right out of the gate, we started the day right at 215.60s, and we broke it first thing, and then we saw a strong move to the upside. So there was a nice bullish entry signal on the 5-minute chart today for a potential day trade. And I'll zoom in on that. So here's what I was seeing going into the trading day, and we were in a channel between the 100 period support, the 200 period resistance. We turned the 200 period into support as we headed to the open, and then we hit the high of pre-market right before the open. So clearly the bulls were seeing strength and they were in control, and we saw a pullback, bounced just below the 20 period moving average support, quickly regained it, bounced off of it again and held it. But what stood out to this on this pattern for me is we had a high up to 216.13. Next candlestick, we topped out at 215.91. Then we had another one back here, 215.92, 215.91, 215.92, 215.93. So you see 5 tops all within 2 pennies of each other. That clearly should flash in your head. That level needs to break for the bulls to head to the upside. You can see the range get tighter, tighter, tighter. Volume shrinks and tapers off. Increase in bull volume, 3 candlesticks in a row, and there's your breakout right there. This candlestick right here broke above 215.93. That's your entry signal, and then you get 15 minutes of upside and over 70 cents of gain in 15 minutes on big bull volume. So a clear pattern break first thing this morning for SPY, and then let's look at the end of the day dump. There was not much warning for that. A clear level for stop losses if you were in any kind of trades. We had the 20 period support, held it, bounced off of it, tested again, lost it, and then we dumped in the last 5 minutes, and it was a very big dump, high volume to the downside, wiping out 50, 60, 70 cents of gains right at the end of the day. That could have something to do with the end of the quarter, end of the month. But either way, it did keep the price very nicely snug inside that triangle on the daily time frame. So that's what I'm going to be keeping an eye on next week. And you'll certainly, if you're checking in on the videos, I'll be bringing it up every day as we watch that pattern play out. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for all the likes and shares. Have a wonderful weekend.